Does he not go to his bed anymore?
He is. He totally does.
How do I do this?
It'll stop.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Let's get him to go to his bed before. Okay, so we'll redo it.
Okay.
So yep, he has to go there and he has to do a full-on stay. He's a Pomsky, isn't he cute? He looks like a little Shiba. If he's in his bed and still barking, push him in the bed down that hallway so he can't see. Yep. And if he continues to do it over there, I'd pick him up, put him in his crate, close the door, then try again. Because he's just being extra sassy, isn't he?
This is not what he's been doing.
Really? He's been really good about the bed?
He's been going to
I think this is very different from anything I've seen. I think he's excited.
He is really excited, but he like...
He's never like this?
No!
He's been way better with the barking and stuff?
Being in the bed, and it's been like far away.
Oh.
And he knows like you're gonna go... Can I push his bed?
Yeah, push it. Tell him to come say hi.
Blue, come.
Sit. Yes. Blue. Yes. And back at you. But that was good to have his focus back at you. Hi, Blue.
Oh my god.
Are you being sassy?
Troublemaker. An absolute troublemaker.
But usually he's good.
Like he
About to go to your bed?
goes to his bed, but like I think it's because it's far, and I put his bed where he can't see the door.
Yeah, which is good.
He'll go he'll run to the door, but I'll get to like here and I'll be like, Blue, go to your bed.
When someone's here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Run all the way back to his bed. He'll stay there. And then I kind of have to just like be in the kitchen to like, if I'm looking at him, he stops and he stays there.
Okay, got
But
it.
the minute I take my eyes off of him, he's like, oh, okay, and leave.
Does he run off barking then?
He usually runs to like where I am, and then he sees me again, and he's like, oh shit, like I have to stop.
Oh, but listens instead of
I don't
doing.
like to say anything. I'll just kind of look at him and he'll stop.
Okay. Wow.
But
So you were just on another level today. So what we can do is get rid of that bit of stubbornness that's there now with him. And what does he do if you put him in the crate? Does he go crazy?
Okay. Sometimes he does. He'll bark a few minutes, but then he'll stop.
I feel like when we put him in this instance,
He'll probably go crazy.
yeah. So basically you tell him, go to your bed. It should be an instant thing. If it's not, you should either pick him up or guide him by his collar and bring him there.
Okay.
Then if he can have enough self-control, because this just speeds it up. It's like, if you're not going to do it, I'll do it. So if he then breaks that, that's kind of his like one freebie of like, you know, taking his sweet time, you know, not listening to you immediately.
For sure.
If he breaks it, it's pick him up, right back to the crate. I think maybe we should turn our wait at the door to a stay. So that all he's because right now it's always been like, wait, okay, Blue, come say hi.
Yeah.
So he's on edge like the whole time, like when am I going to get called to come?
Yeah.
But if we do a stay, it's you stay there, I'll let this person in, and instead of his focus being 100% on that person that he's going to be released to go see, it stays to you because you have to walk all the way back to him, give him the treat, and then tell him go say hi. And it shifts a lot of that focus off of the person.
Okay.
Because sometimes dogs with the weight, they'll still be like, it's a bit more controlled, but then he still goes back and is like barking.
Another thing that I've noticed is he'll go to his bed. It could be like instantly too. He'll go to his bed. He won't be barking from his bed. Sometimes he'll bark from his bed, sometimes he won't. I mean, we're kind of getting to the point now where it's like,
well, that barking seemed like he was barking just to bark. Typically, it's either like, if it's barking at the person while at the bed, it's kind of working through his issues a little. But if it's barking at you, sassy, what do you think it was?
I think it was more me sassy. Like,
oh, he's barking at you. Yeah, it seemed like he's like barking at the air. Like,
and he'll keep in the bed, but he'll stay in the bed.
Yeah,
And then like...
That's why I said go further. So always when he's doing the wrong thing, you have to think about what the best reward is for him. It's seeing who's there
Yeah.
and being able to sniff them out, whether he thinks they're positive or negative. I'm surprised he doesn't care about that, by the way.
The camera?
Yeah.
Oh, I took too many pictures.
Oh, with the real camera?
No, just with my phone. I'm like
Yeah.
in his face.
That's
I'm
usually
like,
scary with like the tripod and
I'm like
everything.
in his face. He knows.
Hi. Hi.
But
Yes,
I think
good
another
one.
thing that I've also noticed with the bed thing
Hi.
is like.
Hi.
You're excited, huh?
Did you miss me? Yes. Okay, so actually it's really great if you've been able to just have the bed over there. So
it there?
usually it's better if he can be that far away
Yeah.
because he's not so on edge. It's just usually harder to get him there in the beginning, but if he's been doing that, great.
He has, but it's more of like, okay, Blue, go to your bed. And I'm like, sometimes, Blue, off. I have to walk a little bit to get him there.
How far?
At least to like right there.
Oh, but where's the bed? Around the corner?
Bed's like next to the crate. But he can't see the door.
That's okay. That's not
okay?
far.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna tell him full hand with the stay. Stay. So do you ever do a stay command just in general when nobody's out there?
Yeah.
And he's pretty good?
Yeah.
Like perfect?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yes. Remember the couple things with the stay is that if he doesn't get it, completely reset and then decrease.
Okay.
Instead of being like
Like how
you know,
far I am?
yeah, instead of being like, he jumps off being like,
Yeah.
get back there. Then that's kind of what's happening, I think, because he's just like, oh, I can take a couple
Yeah.
steps off. This is all a fun game. This is all what
sure.
wait means. So it's like complete reset. You messed up. Stay. So since he got that one, I'm going to go further. Yes, good boy. You see how like calm he is though? Like instead of being like on edge when I'm like, gonna get called to come, when does mom need me to go greet the person? He's like waiting, and when he's waiting and his mind is on edge, he's more likely to break it. So that's why we'll do the phone. Stay. Pretty impressive though that he can hold it this long. Oh, hi, come on in. Blue? Yes, so if somebody is over there, it's close the door on their face, just like, you know, and get back. Now, I would say he has like 2 tries with this.
Okay.
So if he breaks this again, it's just because he can. So then he's gonna sit in the crate, cover it, then that person can come in. If it were somebody just like coming in real quick, a worker or something, he's in there the whole time, never gets to that person. If it's somebody that's like the housekeeper that's gonna be here for a while, he needs to settle down first, then he can come out on the leash.
From the crate, you mean?
Yeah, or he can come out, it kind of depends if you can catch him quick, but if they're already in here, you need to have a barrier basically. So if he's on a leash, he's forced to focus on you all the way up until you tell him to go say hi. If you feel like he wouldn't run off and see her in the kitchen and then like run up, which he probably would, then he can stay on the bed. So then like, let's say he's calming down, you feel like he's gonna be good, you can send him back to his bed, do another stay, walk to her in there, back. Yes, good boy. Once he's focused on you, go say hi. So he should go and say hi to somebody when he's like focused on you and doesn't care to get to them. So I'll show you another thing that's like 50% self-control and full self-control, because the real judge of self-control is like where his mind goes after the treat. So if it's like you do the stay up to this point, she's sitting in the kitchen, yes, usually they're like, oh, now I'm out of here. So you're waiting for him after the treat to check back in with you, gets the treat, and instead of his mind going there, it looks at you, then go and say hello. Okay, stay. And so this whole thing that I'm doing, you can just practice this with him when nobody's here. You can just increase and decrease. So since the me saying like, hi was too much for him, I'm gonna go back to just opening it.
He just knows, like,
No one's there.
yeah.
Yes, but that's okay because
okay.
even last time when, so now again I'll increase, I'll do the high because even with that, he was like, oh my God, someone's there. So if just your greeting of somebody and nobody's there gets him to break it, then he's always going to break it if there's actually someone visible. Stay. Hi. Oh, he's growling. Blue, do you see that showing his teeth a little bit? Like he's mad at me.
That's what I'm talking about. Like he'll do that, and then
If someone's doing something he doesn't want.
Yeah, he's like being really sassy.
A dog, it's clear obviously that it's something like inside of him that's making him do that, not the way that he's been like brought up, raised with people, because if he actually didn't trust me and was like weary of me, he wouldn't be following my direction when he's in that state. So he would just sit there and just continue barking and not be able to have self-control, snap out of it. Yes.
I mean, if he sees somebody walking by here, he'll bark and he'll try to like run out the door.
Okay.
And then when I'm like, Blue, go to your bed, he'll actually stay there.
Blue. Okay.
But the doorbell, like, really.
Okay. So what you can also do to try to get him more desensitized of that sound is have him be in his bed and leash him.
Yeah.
And already have his focus. Then be playing a doorbell sound on your phone.
That doesn't do it.
Have you done that? So somebody has to actually go out there
Literally
then.
just this doorbell.
I was gonna say, does he know the sound?
Yeah.
Okay, so then somebody else has to go out there and ring it. But to be able to really work through and get him over the doorbell, you have to already have his focus. Because what happens is in reality, he's hanging out on the neutral line, and then doorbell rings and his natural instinct is up here. Then we're working to bring it down before. But what you do to get him over here and be getting his focus constantly is we start out down this line so that then when the doorbell rings, instead of here, you only escalate up to here to get him to think about it as being neutral, just a thing that happens. Yeah. So that's what you really have to do. And then, of course, when you don't know that somebody's, like that kind of stuff has to be premeditated, of course. Like you have to be planning that out, be holding his focus, then be like, okay, ring it. He rings it and he'll still be alert, but you just do whatever it takes to get his focus. And we can work more on that too next time. But let's do the full on go to the door thing.
Okay, should I do it?
You're gonna do it. I'm gonna go outside, hang out with him over here so he doesn't see me leaving. And then also that's gonna be an instant thing, remember. So it's like if he doesn't turn his head and get there, pick him up, put him there.
Okay.
Then do the stay. Then you come and answer the door. Hopefully he won't get up. Yeah. But if he does, close it. He doesn't get to me.
And then I put him in the crate.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, but hopefully you'll just answer the door. We'll walk up here together. You'll go back to him, get his focus, give him a treat, see where his focus goes. If his focus goes right back to me, call him again, give him a treat. Because you're looking for the time where you can give him a treat and he can look right back to you.
Right.
That's like the very best way to do it. It's not always going to be perfect like that. Okay, can you do it, Blue? Blue! Bye, Blue! What was he doing?
He ran to the other door because he saw you here, so he was like, oh, it's her. And then he ran to the other door, and then I had to tell him he
thought it was somebody else?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then
But once he got to his bed, he listened?
No, I had to do it twice.
Okay.
And then he stayed.
Hey, so go back to him. Yeah. Oh, well, hi, guys. Hey. Good. Reward him, because that's kind of his treat for the stay. And that was perfect. He's staring at you after the treat. Now tell him, go say hi. Perfect. That's what you want. Yep. Okay. And tell him, yes, reward him now. That's the greeting that you want, actually. When I tell people that they should do greetings, it should be essentially like this. He's focused on you and the treat. So this is why the wait wasn't enough, because it was like, wait, full focus on that person. Yeah. Then he's back to judging that person with a little bit of more self-control. But we want his mind with you. So if he doesn't care to go up to me, that's never going to be the case in real. Like, he's never going to full on do that when he's excited to see somebody for the first time. So if you can have all, that's why I say have all of his focus here, then tell him, go say hi. Say hi, Leah.
Hi.
Yes. And then the focus on you. So essentially you want it to be like, your treat's right here.
Yeah.
His mind is still here a little bit. Go say hi. Yes! Like it's a command to go and say hi to the person. Because as long as he's given a command, his mind is shifted off of like that need to like judge the person. Yeah. Because that's the thing, is sometimes even with all this self-control, I feel like sometimes when you let his mind go, he goes back to judgment. Well, not as much, of course, not as severe, but like he's really still.
Surprised though that he didn't
just stayed there the whole time. Yeah, that was really good. Good boy, Blue. Yes, and sometimes if his stay is getting really bad, go back to the basics. One step back to him. Yes, if he gets it, two step. You don't have to do it literally by that, but like do the increase and decrease thing. Because a lot of the times people get really comfortable when the dog is doing so well that if he doesn't get to the door, it's like, what do I do? You know, then you reset, go half the distance and back to him. Right. And I feel like most of the time with people that come here, you can make them wait a little bit, right? Yeah.
I make the
you do?
Like the dry cleaners wait.
Yeah, perfect.
I was like,
who cares?
I'm sorry.
Who cares? Blue's more important than the dry cleaning.